iDriveSoCal is brought to you by the very best auto retailers from across Southern California. When it's time for you to buy or even just kick the tires on the idea of buying, just go to iDriveSoCal.com and click on dealers. iDriveSoCal.com, click on dealers, and get connected. Now, on with the podcast. Welcome to iDriveSoCal, the podcast all about mobility from the automotive capital of the United States, Southern California. I'm Tom Smith, and I'm excited to state that this is our 50th iDriveSoCal podcast. What started off as me losing my mind in Los Angeles traffic for countless hours over many years has become a passion project that has been surprisingly well received by both you, our audience, and partners of the show alike. With that in mind, I'd like to say a tremendously huge, most sincere, and warmest thank you to our entire community. Thank you for listening to our podcasts. Thank you for going to our website. And thank you for participating in the conversations. And a tremendous thank you to our founding car dealer partners who listened to me pitch the iDriveSoCal concept, believed in the vision, and supported us from day one. Thank you to David Latif from Rock Honda, and thank you to Jay Park from Glendale Hyundai. And welcome to our newest dealer partner, Ontario Volkswagen, operated by Earl Reed. We released the first iDriveSoCal podcast on Monday, December 4th of last year. Since then, we've released 3 episodes weekly, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We've covered some pretty cool topics these past few months, including the following: what the future of mobility will look like in cities around the world. We covered electric scooters, electric motorcycles, electric car sharing, and electric van pooling, and even electric commercial aircraft. We've touched on the history of automobiles through a couple of the coolest museums on the planet, and there's more where that came from. We also learned about the history of all these impromptu cars and coffee meetups springing up all around our country and others. And isn't it cool that the concept started right here in our backyard? The California Highway Patrol has joined us on a couple of occasions to share invaluable information on how to keep our families safe on the roads. And we've stayed on top of the issue of autonomous driving, something we'll continue to do as humans and computers share more responsibility in getting us from points A to B. I've shared my family's battle with stomach cancer and the subsequent patient advocacy organization my wife and I started. I certainly hope that you never need the help of that organization, but if you or someone you know does, it's at hopeforstomachcancer.org. That's hope for, F-O-R, stomachcancer.org. We've just begun covering racing in SoCal, and we're excited to dive deeper into performance vehicles of all types. We've tapped the expertise of numerous car guys and car gals on topics including maintenance tips, buying versus leasing, the latest innovation and technology in vehicles right now and what's soon to come, and test drive reviews direct from Sweet Home SoCal, the automotive capital of the world. If you've missed any of these podcasts, they're all available through the same player you're listening to right now or from our website at iDriveSoCal.com. We also need to thank everyone that's joined us for interviews and helped to bring our stories to life. There's too many to cover here, but our thanks go out to all. Now, there are a handful of interviews that have been tough to land, but we'll keep trying. And on that note, we might as well name names in hopes of stirring up a response. The Los Angeles Department of Transportation. We'd love to sit down with your leadership and talk traffic congestion and the future of getting around LA. Caltrans, same deal. How about a holler back, guys? DeLorean Aerospace. We'd love to talk flying cars with you guys. Yours is hands down the coolest of all flying car concepts out there. I am terrified of heights, but for some reason, I want to test fly your vehicle. Faraday Future. I've even met a couple of your employees, but I'm still waiting for a call back for an interview. And then there's the big one, Elon. Dude, I know you're busy changing the world and selling flamethrowers, but how about it? Help a brother out, would you? Anyway, as you can tell, We're just getting started here at iDriveSoCal. Personally, I'm loving this, bringing you interesting stories about driving, cars, mobility, technology, and innovation, and all sorts of transportation. As I stated at the top of this podcast, I love it. So thanks for letting me share it with you. And speaking of passion and sharing thanks, there's definitely a few more people I have to cover. The professor, Clinton Kwan. I don't know how you do it, but your depth of knowledge in the automotive space continues to amaze. Thanks for being part of iDrive SoCal and sharing your passion and expertise. And Bernadette Santacola, we've only got a couple podcasts down, but I know we'll be hearing a lot more of your unique perspective on all things automotive. Thanks for sharing your hybrid and electric expertise. I'm still working on getting you a race car to test drive. Be patient. And the guy you hear in the credits almost every podcast, Mr. Micah Palmquist. My man, thank you sincerely. Micah just makes it all happen. Now, if you're wondering, geez, Tom, do you plan on spending an entire podcast looking back at what you guys have done every 50 episodes? My answer is no. We won't do it every 50 episodes, promise. I'm not sure when the next one will be. We'll see about episode 100, though, because, hey, that will be episode 100. But if we do it again at episode 100, then you have my word that we'll lay off for quite a while after that. Fair enough? For iDrive SoCal, I'm Tom Smith. Thanks for listening.
This episode was engineered and edited by Micah Palmquist.
Hey there. Still wanting more iDrive SoCal content? Just go to iDriveSoCal.com. From there, you can subscribe to our podcast and newsletter. And you can connect with one of our awesome car dealer partners to get yourself a sweet new high-tech wonder on wheels. And oh yeah, we always want to hear from you. So please connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. Or if you're not a big social media-ite, you can email us suggestions for stories, people, places, or events you think we should cover. Here's the address: media@iDriveSoCal.com. That's media, MEDIA, at the letter I, drive, DRIVE, SoCal, SOCAL.com. Media@iDriveSoCal.com. Thanks again for listening, and definitely reach out with whatever's on your mind.